Yeah, for those of y'all that don't know me, this is across the street from my house. We get scattered thunderstorms all day. Little blue peeking through. We need the rain so bad, I don't care that it's raining. I wasn't gonna go get my kayak and paddle around in it because there's some lightning. So we gonna walk back and forth and fish for a little bit and see what happens. Hopefully we get something. Start out with a little District 9 paddle tail. And we'll go down the line. I got some swim baits and swim jigs and a speed worm and all kinds of stuff we can throw. We freaking walked over here. Another spot, a little ways down the bank. We're actually gonna walk down there in a minute. And I throw my big rat out there, and like a 6-pounder follows it up and just sits there looking at it. This canal system's 5-6 miles of fishable that I fish with from my kayak, if you watch those videos. But I haven't seen much fish activity in this canal, so I haven't been fishing it. And then I walk over here, and there's a 6-pounder and a bunch of dinks just cruising up and down the canal. She did look at the rat. She didn't want nothing to do with it. Just another beautiful Sunday. I'm gonna throw this up right after I video it. Unedited. Gonna walk back over to the house. But it's so pretty. This one, see one blow up on it right there as it's going in the weeds. And we're just gonna go through what I brought and throw that. I wasn't even gonna re-rig rods. Kept one of my swim bait rods here with the sexy little Reckless Rodents gill. This is a rod I built. It's a Rod Geeks blank. They're, I don't know how it works, owned by St. Croix. But it's just got crazy hypershift marble. Old Beater Revo beast that's got some miles on it and has caught tons of fish. And this thing's rough. But she's good on the inside. And I can still hammer the drag down throwing big swim baits on it. I use it bridge fishing for big snook. Ah, the cattails laying in the water, dang. Tangled it up. But the way I fish this one is just a steady, slow retrieve. And it just swims away. I swim it just fast enough to make it kick. And I may not catch anything. But it beats sitting on the couch. So I got up at 5 hoping that the storms had already passed through and it was thundering and raining. I was ready to load my kayak. So I'm going crazy sitting on the couch because I was planning on fishing today. This is the time of year to throw this bait too because it's post-spawn and the gills are spawning. Usually that gets destroyed. Throw the bilge rat, see if something wants to swirl on that. I love this thing. I made a little video throwing it last weekend, and I still believe it. If you don't think this little rat is one sexy rat, you think McDonald's sweet and sour sauce is spicy. This is a dead slow reel. When a fish hits a bait that's swimming like that, that's all you want it to do. It makes the lightest little plop, 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 plop. And when the fish hit it, it's just mind-blowing. That's all you want to do is just make it throw a wake. Maybe give it a little pause every now and then around some structure, and then just pick it back up and let it wake. It's a beautiful thing when a fish hits that. Right on the edge of the bushes. I got this rat last weekend, and I went out and threw it. And the wind was just starting to pick up, so I was right to that point where I wasn't gonna throw it anymore, and I slung the freaking tail off of it. And I probably had about 15 more minutes to throw it. And right before I threw the tail off of it, I had a massive blow up on it. Like one of those ones you set the hook and all you get is a freaking head shake, and she was gone. She came up, shook her head, and threw it out. It's part of throwing big baits. It happens. But when they do hit them, it's something else. It's a monster bait. I mean, it's hefty. It's not too heavy. You can throw it on a flipping rod. So people are like, oh, I can't throw that big of a bait. I don't have a swim bait rod. You can throw this on your ounce and a half rod. I could throw it on this rod, no problem. And this rod is, 10 to 30, quarter to 1.5. It's your typical flipping rod or speed worm rod or whatever you want to use it for. I use it for flipping and punching. It's a cheap rod. Well, I guess not cheap, but it's a, ooh, hit it again. It's about 3 feet deep at the bottom of this wall. And it's just cloudy enough where I can't see if there's any fish. But it's like there's a tree branch that goes from the lily pads right there out at an angle like that. There's another tree branch laying right here. It's all just stuff that blew in during the hurricanes. I'm just glad the slime algae's gone. I guess they don't want to eat. They were all fired up earlier. I have an interesting collection of rods and reels because each one's set up to serve a different purpose. And it makes it where I don't have to look at what lure's on there. I know what lure's on what rod, and I can just grab them. And I don't have the money to just go buy the rods that I've always wanted. So it's like, hey, I got some money to buy a nice combo. And I'll find what I want. I usually find used or something on sale for a rod. And most of the reels I pick up secondhand. And this is a great time. I hate to say it like this. This is a great time this is a great time of year to buy used reels because everybody goes and buys a bunch of shit when they get their tax return. And I throw lefty reels. So people will go buy a lefty reel because they got all this money and then realize they don't like throwing it. But it makes it where I don't change hands. I cast, I'm reeling. That sucks. I got dinged. That fish even waked behind that swim jig when I pulled it through those pads. Tattoo is still my favorite one. I think I've got 4 or 5 of them now. But I have an odd mix of stuff, as you'll see with the next rod I'm grabbing. Give her one Hail Mary across and dredge deep with it and then grab the next rod. We got one more swim jig rod and then we're gonna walk down the bank and try the other bank. And the other rod is just a different color swim jig, but it's got a speedworm tail on it, which I really like. I just heard fishy splash. This is my go-to for swim jig. I don't throw the white one that much. I was fishing really clear water, but I want something that looks like a bluegill. That speedworm tail, motorboats on the back of that thing. This rod is a prime example of what I'm talking about, of a nice combo that I got secondhand used. So this is that ridiculous 13 Fishing 8-to-1 Concept C. They were stupid money when they came out. Somebody bought it when they came out. Realized they didn't like a lefty reel. So I got it for $100. It's like a $300-something reel. Right around that price point. I bought it for $100. It had been used twice. Not my favorite reel. I don't like the cork grip. And then Quantum Accurist rod. It's like an $80 rod. I bought it on sale for $19. It's great for this. It's great for square bill. It's great for chatterbait. It's got a nice soft tip. So throwing a chatterbait, it doesn't just beat the shit out of your hands. Throwing a swim jig, it's pretty forgiving because it's got a softer tip. So I can, if the fish are in the cover and they eat it, I can really hammer them with a hook set. And the rod just bends and pulls them out. We're 15 minutes in. And we're gonna make this a 30-minute video. So we're gonna walk 100 yards down to the other spot. And I may not catch anything. but it's 30 minutes. I'm not sitting on the freaking couch. Keep your eyes open. You might see a rabbit or a burrowing owl or an iguana while we're walking over there. Oh, my rods are in low. Look, rabbit shit. Yeah, construction workers stop here and fish when they're done. I'll come over here and pick the trash up later. But if you're watching the shoreline, you might see something you wouldn't expect. There's tons of snail shells from the birds eating them. Those are all invasive apple snails, but we have this crazy swamp bird here called a limpkin that eats them. I'm surprised we haven't heard the limpkins yet. They're really loud. But if you watch, you might see an iguana or a wabbit. I think with how the fish are acting, we are going to come back over here this evening if this weather keeps doing this and do a round two. So we'll just make 2 30-minute videos on a Saturday. And if we don't catch anything, oh well, we weren't sitting on the couch. There's a little spot you can get to right there. It's super shallow up against the bank, and basically you can cast that way, and that way. Yay, garbage from the construction site. I have no problems. I've had no problems with these guys at all since they started this house. I just wish they would pick their trash up. And we're just gonna cycle through the rods a few times. I'll throw this rat a handful of times and then we'll switch over. Oh, look at little Mr. Turtle. I hope y'all can see him. We're just gonna cycle through the rods. I didn't bring any baits. I'm not changing any baits. God, I want something to hit that rat. Yeah, that big bass was just laying right here. Oh, there's a huge Mayan cichlid behind it. Huge. It's like a 12-inch Mayan cichlid right there. We'll pull a couple other things through there. Maybe we can get the Mayan to eat. I don't feel like going to get a crappie jig. I know if I go get a spinner on a crappie jig, I catch him in 30 seconds. I can't believe I haven't even caught a dink yet. Usually by now I'd have caught like a 10-incher on a swim jig or something. There's a bunch of them cruising. Wow, that's a tiny bass. There's like a 3-incher right there. We usually don't see those for a few more months. They spawned early. Well, I was out here fishing New Year's Day in shorts and a t-shirt. And then we had temperatures down borderline freezing 2 months later. New Year's Day, I had 5 largemouths, good size one. Smallest one was like 2 pounds, and like a 3-pound peacock bass on New Year's Day. Wasn't even planning on fishing. I woke up, it's beautiful. And the wife was planning on sleeping in anyway, so I just drug my kayak over here and fished half a day and whacked them. And it's my best 5 largemouth that day. It wasn't even a big stringer. It was like 12 pounds, but it was consistent fish all day. God, I want something to hit that rat, because when they do, it's like somebody threw a bowling ball in the water. There's a guy over there yelling at his wife. Oh, come on. The bottom of these flowers on these lily pads will freaking grab your line. It sucks. I'm gonna see if I can get this little bass on video. He's cool looking. There's a few of them. Big rat. Where did he go? Huh. So if you look in the light spot right there, he's perfectly centered in the screen right now, and he's just sitting in that little root ball. He's about that big. And there's a smaller one down there with him. It's about half his size. And the bass just blew up in the roots over there. Oh, the guy that was yelling at his wife's drunk too. And it is early. Oh, now he's getting on a bicycle and taking off. He's got a beer in his hand. Sweet. He's got his priorities right. Oh, come on. Come on, swimmy jig. Give me something to pull on. I don't throw anything crazy when it comes to swim jigs. They're just Strike Kings. I throw them in the brush and piling so much, I don't want to get custom ones and just break them off. And I've been throwing these two swim jigs for, I don't know, about 4 trips now. Just retime every once in a while. White one with a white paddle tail, and a bluegill colored one with a bluegill colored paddle tail, or speedworm tail. And they're both productive, so I tear them up. I'll get some more swim jigs, store down the road from the house. Sportsman's Warehouse. It's the same parking lot I park in for work, so if I break one off, I just get one the next day. It's a mile from my house. Pretty darn convenient. You can see there's a treetop in the water right here. The water's usually 2 feet deeper. So we really need that rain. But this whole thing's like fishing one big, long, skinny farm pond. That's how it fishes. Once you fished it a few times, you figure out what covers where, you remember where it is. You remember which banks produce fish. This one usually produces fish. I usually catch fish here on my way back after I fish all day. I can pull up, and as I'm getting ready to get my kayak out of the water, I'll usually pop one or two more dinks. At least it's something. I should have grabbed one of the rods with spinnerbait on it, like a green colored pumpkin spinnerbait with a gold Colorado blade on it. Yeah. Where are you going? You got to look on your face that you're on a mission, like you're going to the store for something. Or you found something on Marketplace.
No, Taylor sent me money, so I'm gonna go to Urban Buds and bring her some Urban Buds.
Sweet. Will you grab me a Red Bull, please? Pretty please? I think there's some cash in my wallet. Wait for me. Oh man.
Are you?
I'm videoing. Love you. So if you see this weird shape in the water here, it looks like a sheet of plywood. The bottom edge is there, it goes out like that. And then you can kind of see the corner of it right there, depending on how you look at it. It's a solar pool heating panel. So water runs through it, it's black, lays on the roof. They're everywhere from the fucking hurricane because nobody ever secures them good enough. But if you run an electric heater on a pool, it's going to tack about $125 a month on your electric bill to keep your pool warm, which doesn't make any sense to me. If I had a pool heater, it would be solar. And this is what I had to do. If I have a day where I'm not doing anything and I get bored, I just come over here and throw fishing lure for a little bit. Sometimes I catch a fish. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I catch an iguana. But when you're just sitting on the couch and you're bored, it's nice to have a spot like this close by to just walk out of the house and be able to have a chance at a nice fish. I've pulled a couple 4s and 5s and 6s and lost some fish that were 8-pound class in this canal. So it's worth grinding it. Hey, little Mr. Invasive Red Ear Slider Turtle. Funny enough, see little Mr. Red Ear Slider right there? They're invasive. You're not even allowed to have them. You're not even allowed to buy them as pets in Florida. I'm a reptile person and a bird person. I have turtles, snakes, like 6 parrots. Well, 2 of them are cockatiels. I guess they're not quite parrots. Tree. That tree almost got a hook set. That's got to be one of the smallest largemouths I've ever seen. I wish I could show y'all on camera, but he's like 1.5 inches long. Come on, come over the sand, buddy. Where'd he go? Oh man, he swam off. There he is. Well, we had one good bite. But I failed with the follow-up, so. We didn't catch any fish. Go! Big fish just blew up over there. That had to have been possibly the bass that was over here earlier. Because that was a blow up. That was a big Earl. Well, we can throw this one around for a minute, and then I think we're done. We're gonna go back sitting on the couch. I'm not dragging the kayak over here, even though it looks like it's gonna be pretty the rest of the day. I'm gonna lounge around. Can't really do much around the house because we're waiting for them to come fix our well pump. Guess that means I can't do the dishes. Dang. It just ruins my Sunday, not being able to do the dishes. We're gonna come back over here later this afternoon and do this again. Probably come back for a sunset bite. And we'll make another video then. This is what it's like. Just, killing 30 minutes on a Sunday. Not a bad place to be. It would be nice to catch a fish. And all I did was grab some rods and walk across the street. Thanks for watching. We'll be back later. It's so freaking pretty out here. But there you go, 35 minutes. Unedited. Just chilling by the house.